வணக்கம்.
Yoga Master Jaggi. A spiritual guru had earlier asked whether Jaggi is a spiritual master or yoga master. Yoga Master Jaggi is in the United States currently. But Nakkheeran's reporting into exposing his face is hurting him. Because we covered the story they never imagined that we would cover. They are literally panicking and the supporters of Jaggi are spitting out the words with fear that Nakkheeran is blackmailing Isha. There is a YouTuber who had never spoken the facts. He doesn't understand our questions. We are asking our questions directly to Jaggi and not to that YouTuber who intruded between us and claimed that he will speak on behalf of Jaggi. However, the YouTuber never answered our questions and kept on cooking irrelevant stories. We are asking about the real incident happened inside Isha, where a woman consumed sleeping pills and went to bed. Next day, she realized that she was sexually harassed by a man named Naveen when she was asleep. The victim's parents were shocked to know that their daughter was sexually harassed inside Isha and went to file a complaint. Later, an FIR was registered against the accused. However, the legal procedures that were supposed to happen following the FIR never happened. The case was finally withdrawn. We are not saying this. This incident was clearly recorded in a police report submitted by Superintendent of Police, Coimbatore. By having that report, we asked Isha how sleeping pills came inside its premises that they boast to be a sacred place of yoga and spirituality. A woman who was inside the premises was raped and harassed, and we asked Isha about these incidents. And when we demanded answers for these, they say that we don't answer them, and even that YouTuber who came in support of Isha is evading from answering these questions. These are the questions we asked, and then we also asked about the storage of expired medical items like IV tubes, Venflon, Euro bags, and other items in the emergency medical room inside Isha based on the police report. As Isha says, thousands of people are inside its premises and they have an emergency medical room to treat them. How Isha can store the expired medical items? Isha's net worth is 2 lakh crore and Jaggi is constructing yoga center in the United States in the sprawling 22,000 acres of land. As Jaggi has more wealth and fortunes, shouldn't he kept new medical items in the emergency room in place of the expired ones? Shouldn't he disposed of the expired items? We asked these questions but no answer from them. Next, as per the police report, 2 psychiatrists have admitted that they have seen many people inside Isha who are mentally affected. But no answer from Isha till now. And then the police report also revealed that the X-ray machine in Isha was operated by an unqualified person. Again, we asked about this and Isha stayed silent. Isha also has a mobile clinic through which it would go to the villages to treat the people. At one instance, a doctor named Saravanamurthy, who was inside Isha, went to a village in this van and sexually harassed several women in the village. Now, a POCSO case was filed against Saravanamurthy and he is currently imprisoned. Isha gave silence as its answer for these incidents. Earlier, a woman living in the United States made a strong accusation that Sakti, a physical trainer inside Isha, had raped her daughter, and then there is this issue of a sexual harassment on a woman who had consumed sleeping pills. She had later realized that she was sexually harassed and an FIR was filed in this case, but no action was taken. And then comes the case against Dr. Saravanamurthy, who sexually harassed several women when he went to a village to conduct a medical checkup. These sexual crimes were done by people who are closely associated with Isha. This is what we are asking, and what's your answer? And they also say Nakkheeran Gopal is only taking up cases of sexual harassments. Yes, we will never let anyone who tortures women to escape. We won't let them go, and we are the saviors for women. What is hurting you? You are telling us to leave these crimes and cover other events, but we won't leave and won't give up. In the name of spirituality and offering blessings, Isha is torturing young girls and making them half naked. If we ask this to Jaggi, his supporters saw a video that was taken in Manasarovar and say that it was taken by them. Yes, you have taken the video, and what's more important is that to get that video from your circle and release it to show the people how awful Jaggi is. They say that the video in Manasarovar was shot in the presence of hundreds of people. What's more shameful than this? In the presence of hundreds of people, Jaggi was seen pressing the private part of a woman who was lying on the ground. What kind of mentality is this? Isn't it worst behavior? They are supporting this act. So, Jaggi would take hundreds of people every time to Manasarovar and would do this to every woman in the name of blessings, and you expect us to stay silent? When we demanded answer to this, they asked me whether you can release the entire video. How can we release the entire video that was shot by them? Don't they have sense? Can I release this 1 hour video that was shot by you? What a stupidity. You can support Isha by collecting money from Jaggi, but you should at least know what's right. Why can't you take women from your family or from your relatives to Isha and let them receive such awful blessings and let Isha to save their heads? You will then know what happens to them. Just see the case of Kamaraj, a father who is taking legal efforts to rescue both of his daughters from Isha. Just see the daughters who are becoming more skinny, and we are asking for a list of monks from Isha from the beginning. As Isha claims to be transparent, why can't you release this list? Earlier, there were 1,500 monks inside Isha, and now the number came down to 255. What happened to the rest of them? We say that Isha has built a crematorium inside its premises to burn the bodies. I am asking the YouTubers and those who blindly support Isha to watch this. The reason behind why we are repeatedly asking the need of crematorium inside Isha, you are asking us to leave that issue as crematorium was built with proper permission. Isha is a place to teach yoga, and it should teach yoga and why it needs a crematorium. And why are you burning bodies inside your premises? There is a supporter who released a video backing Isha for building crematorium, in which he shows the movement of a bus to show that the crematorium is in the village. But it is inside the premises of Isha. A woman who is the head of local panchayat says that the government didn't heed our demand for a crematorium, but Isha built one for us. It's fine that Isha had built a crematorium for a local village, but my question is, can the local people use it? Have you used the crematorium? We can't ask that woman because Isha brought her in support of it. They claim that the local panchayat leader has welcomed the construction of this crematorium and insists us not to report this crematorium. Who are you to insist us? Why you need crematorium? If someone inside Isha dies, you can take the body to one of the several crematoriums that are being maintained by Isha Foundation. Yes, they are the right people to maintain crematorium, and they only fit to do this work. Why can't you use those crematoriums to bury or burn the bodies of those who died inside the Isha premises? My question is, why you need a crematorium inside your premises? It would appear that I am repeatedly asking this question. A woman named Murugammal has filed a writ petition in a court, and along with Murugammal, there are several petitioners. All these people have jointly filed this writ petition, and in that petition, it was said that Isha had abducted 44 acres of land illegally. Amidst the presence of several honest government officials, There are some officers who would care only to collect bribes. In the petition, the petitioners mentioned about a family of America Gounder, and they have handed over 44 acres of land to the 12 families of irregular tribes. In the given land, these 12 irregular families did farming and lived there. Normally, the people of irregular tribes won't be highly educated, and taking this for granted, Subbaiah, who was the village administrative officer, had acquired patta covertly for this land owned by irregular tribes in the name of himself, his wife, his relatives, and large number of persons who were not associated to the village. After learning about this, the families of irregular tribes appealed to Dasildar, and what's more shocking is that the Dasildar is even more dishonest. What he did is, after listening to the appeal from irregular tribes, he acquired a patta for a portion of the same land and allotted it in his son K.T. Daniel's name. And then the village administrative officer and other persons had misrepresented themselves as if they belonged to the irregular tribes and acquired patta and sold this land. This is how they looted 44 acres of land. They took every piece of land from irregular tribes and sold these lands to inmates and disciples of Isha Yoga Center. Isha Foundation is one of the 15 respondents to this petition. This is the way how lands to Kodanad estate were sold. There are 4 more cases in which the lands weren't given directly to the buyers, but would have given indirectly through multiple channels. The petitioners say that an activist named Rajesh Kumar, who fought for the irregular tribes to retrieve these lands, was murdered near Neelivaikal First Dam, on both sides of which Isha Yoga Center has properties. Note this point, it's a brutal murder. Now, we clearly know how Isha had abducted 44 acres of land from tribes. The petition further states that Isha constructs Kala Bhairavar temple in 2023, and in May 2023, Isha suddenly started to construct electric crematorium on war footing few feet away from the Kala Bhairavar temple, and this crematorium was named Kala Bhairavar Taganamedai. Why? What's the reason behind this sudden move? They constructed Kala Bhairavar temple and they suddenly erected an electric crematorium. One of the petitioners, Murugammal, says that as per their local ritual, they won't burn the dead bodies. It's crucial point. She says that as per their ritual, they would bury the bodies, and the local people vehemently oppose the construction of crematorium inside Isha. What that local panchayat leader, whom Isha influenced with money, said was that Isha has constructed this crematorium based on the request from the local villages. The supporters have claimed that Isha has built that crematorium for the use of the local people. But the statements from the local villages are completely the opposite. All the petitioners in this writ petition are local villages, and they filed affidavit in the court stating that they don't have a practice of burning the dead bodies. They bury them. From their affidavit, it becomes clear that the crematorium inside Isha is not for the local villages. What we have been reporting from the beginning has now been proved. We are strongly raising the question why Isha need a crematorium inside its premises. What would be your answer for the statements of the local people who say that they won't burn the bodies as per their ritual? Murugammal further says that in the wake of their opposition to Kala Bhairavar electric crematorium, Isha tortured them in a way that they can't express in words. Isha forced the local people to leave their locality. The petitioners also say that the huge crowd of visitors coming to the Isha Center's religious theme park in the evening hours for light and sound program after sunset starting from 7:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. every day is disturbing our peaceful lifestyle of centuries. Not only the people but even the animals, particularly the highly sensitive elephants, are disturbed. These elephants started showing their wrath on these people and kept on frightening them. What kinds of atrocities are these? Imagine how Isha's Maga Sivaratris events every year, which would see the presence of millions of people and would have several events throughout the night, would harm the peaceful lives in the surroundings of Isha. Even people who advocate for promoting healthy environments won't talk about this threat to the nature. No one would raise their voice. It's heartbreaking. Just because these crimes are done by a wealthy man, can we leave it? But we won't leave it. And that's the reason why I am repeatedly reporting about this crematorium. In the petition, Murugammal says, we don't want this electric crematorium. But a Tahsildar is blatantly lying that there is no human settlements for more than 1 kilometer from the proposed crematorium. However, we are residing in this Kulatheri hamlet on the banks of the Ukkulam lake since the time immemorial, within the vicinity of 230 meters from the crematorium site. In this case, Tahsildar had lied in favor of Jaggi to give permission to construct a crematorium in Isha. Further, the Tahsildar had given a report for some reasons best known to himself that there is no electric crematoriums within 10 to 15 kilometers from the proposed crematorium. However, Murugammal says that she stated in detail about the nearest electric crematorium that is situated in the Madhuvarayapuram village Panchayat, which is just 3.7 kilometers. It's shocking to know how the officials have gone in favor of Jaggi by receiving money. Tahsildar claims that there is no electric crematorium within 10 to 15 kilometers. But Murugammal reveals that there is an electric crematorium in just 3.7 kilometers from Isha's crematorium. In her affidavit, Murugammal also furnished that Isha has got approval for construction of electric crematorium in the name and style of Isha Foundation Kala Bhairavar Dagana Mandapam, with a capacity to cremate 14 bodies daily, and it is reported that they are going to use daily 100 kilograms of the burnt waste for gardening purposes. However, Murugammal underlines a critical issue here. The foul smell that gets emanated from the burning of human corpse will attract wild predators, and that the ashes from the crematorium harm their lives. She says that the ashes shouldn't be used for any other purposes like gardening, and by doing so, it would also destroy the neighboring lands. I have spoken clearly about why we are opposing this Kala Bhairavar electric crematorium through the affidavit filed by Murugammal. No one can explain this more vividly than how I did. And if anyone supports Isha's crematorium even after knowing these facts, I would not tolerate it. If they keep saying that Isha had acquired permission to construct crematorium, we would continue to staunchly oppose them.
வணக்கம்.